Show. Round 2 action of the NBA playoffs about to get underway, and we're here to bring you all the action on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, all here for the ride. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. Checking out Cleveland, they expended some energy getting out of the first round, closing it out in 6 games. Now the focus shifts to opening the series tonight on a positive note. In the conference semis, Kenny, 8 teams looking to make that cut for the Final Four. What's the mental state of the underdogs in this round?
Oh, you just have to believe anything is possible, because it is. A big shot, a big injury, anything can change the trajectory of a series.
You know, to win as an underdog, you just got to want it more than your opponent. Problem is, the top seeds are usually at the top because they want it the most. But every now and then, an underdog can come in and take everything away.
Top seeds are normally at the top?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. Lesser seeds are usually at the bottom.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free, and now proud my land.
The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Eastern Conference battle is always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. And LeBron James continues to remain sidelined with the injury.
Kevin, his injury is going to cost him a few games, and in the playoffs, that could be devastating.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Heat, Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Whiteside is out there with Freak, and it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dragic with it. They set the pick. It's tipped. Smith, the pass to Irving. Sinks the 3-pointer. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yeah, I caught up with Coach David Black. Coach knows that the onus is on their team to come out of this with a win, saying for them, they are playing with no pressure. Pressure lies with us to hold home court advantage, but we're in a good place as a team and should be up to the challenge. Guys?
All right, Doris. Finish off the break. Irving's got 5 now.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Outside, good.
You can't give him that shot. A few overlooks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Irving against Dragic. Right side, Irving. Miami grabs the miss. There's the pass to Freak. Now the feed to Whiteside. The drive by Wade. Rocket 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. There's Winslow. And a miss there on the triple. Smith dishes to Shumpert. They set the pick. Pass to Irving. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now, Freak to the inside. Right side. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here is Irving. The dish to Pachulia. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
Tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
To the right side. Freak with it. Now Smith defending. Good ball movement here by the Heat. The shot by Wade, wide open. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Right side, Millsap. That's good. Millsap's got his first points of the game.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Freak kicks to Whiteside. Millsap with the steal. And Smith with the clear path to the hoop. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Smith. And that's now 9 points for Kyrie Irving. They set the pick. Rockets the pass for Freak.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Grant. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the first one drops. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Pachulia. Thompson comes in for Paul Millsap. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Shumpert. And it's Calderon in for Irving. And a new group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Turner comes in for Winslow. And Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dwayne Wade. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Now Bledsoe following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. Feeds the Freak. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. That's the Freak. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Bledsoe. It's stolen by Stauskas. 1:11 left in the first. Here's Mozgov. Offline from the high post.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Calderon. Stoudemire dishes to Bledsoe. Miami no good on that time either.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Kicks to Calderon. He dishes it to Smith. Puts up a 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. It's really a tough break for the defense.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
The Heat shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good. Freak. Luis Scola. He's checked in for J.R. Smith. And both free throws good from Freak. Here's Calderon. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Mozgov. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That's his first foul. Mozgov with the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Calderon kicks to Scola. Bledsoe against Calderon. Scola passes to Thompson. And the shot is good.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Bledsoe. And no good trying to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
Our attitude approaching the game has been, we can beat any team in this league. If we work together and, put everything into play, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. That's the attitude we have to keep.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce and even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat hitting. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on the roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working.
Right.
So same thing. And you can ride that for quite a way.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
It's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Paul Millsap out there with Scola. Then there's Tristan Thompson, and it's Shumpert in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors was simply terrific. He ended with 20 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Millsap left side. Shumpert with it. Wade picks him up. Millsap has the open look. There's the basket and making a double-digit lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
A different look now for Cleveland. Pachulia, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Luis Scola. Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Dragic comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And it's Dragic off the drive. Good D by Irving. Cleveland leading by 11. Millsap a screen on Wade. Shumpert dishes to Millsap. Sinks the three-pointer. Millsap's got 7 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual adjustment.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Julia, good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The Heat have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
One shot.
quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Irving drives in, makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting very healthy, 6 for 9.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Wade.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Clock at 6. The fadeaway. Wade missing again.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night.
One shot. One shot.
That one misses for Millsap.
What a performance from Millsap here. He has 9 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
And he can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Cleveland leading by 13. And Shumpert kicks to Millsap.
That's the ball.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Paul Millsap taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw dropped for Millsap. A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Pachulia. Nick Stauskas comes in for Shumpert, and it's Calderon in for Irving. And then for Miami, Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Turner comes in for Winslow. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And he can't hit the second.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Get some stops.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Millsap a screen on Dragic. Outside Millsap. They get the rebound. He'd have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Outside Hardaway.
Oh, stick it too much.
Whiteside a screen on Calderon. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. And it's 8 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Now here's Dragic, following the miss by J.R. Smith. It's Dragic with the drive, rejected by Millsap. Calderon kicks to Smith. Dragic with some nice D.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
Shots good by Turner.
Get some stops.
Cleveland leading by 8. Smith outside. Millsap a screen. The pass to Stauskas. He kicks it to Calderon. Here's Stauskas. Guarded by Hardaway. 5 to shoot. From past the arc is J.R. Smith getting the 3. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in 3-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Hardaway, no good.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish Somebody forgot to finish it.
Millsap a screen. Shot off the screen. No good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
It's stolen by Stauskas. And here's Calderon. He feeds it to Millsap.
That's a wall.
The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. And 12 points for Millsap.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And so we wrap up the first half. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 13. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Eric Spoelstra. And, Coach, tell us what you want to see change in the second half.
Well, the most important thing is taking care of the ball. We have to get shots against this team. We do such a great job of taking care of the ball, possession game. We had 3 or 4 sloppy ones that gave us some life.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
On the floor for Miami, Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Freak is out there with Whiteside, and it's Winslow in at the 3. The Heat trail by 13. Wade dishes to Whiteside. Here's Freak. The feed to Whiteside. Now here's Winslow, covered by Smith. Here's Freak. Good on the triple. Freak's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Heat. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Irving kicks to Smith. Passes it to Pachulia. On the wing, Shumpert. Wade is covering, and Shumpert kicks to Pachulia. Uses the glass to finish the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Great way to start to have easy layup against some soft team.
Outside Shumpert. Millsap sets the pick for Shumpert. Outside Millsap. That one wide left.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Wade for 3, and again, Miami with the triple.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Dwayne Wade. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Now here's Irving. He's got 13, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 15 points.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting house down there.
Something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Shumpert against Wade. The dish to Freak. Back to Wade. Fires from the wing. And it's Miami with another.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Cleveland leading by 7. Irving passes to Shumpert. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw good. Amon Shepard. The Heat trail by 10. Bledsoe gets the three. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle, spreading it around.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. To the paint. Julia, good. Julia's got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row and close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Winslow. Freak kicks to Bledsoe. Down low. It's tipped. Outside Irving. It's up a 3. Off the mark for the 4th time this game. He is 7 for 11 now. The Heat trail by 10. Bledsoe dishes to Wade. Feeds to Freak. Tries a 3. Shot no good. And Cleveland the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Thompson is screen on Bledsoe. Here's Shepard. Cleveland gets it back. The kick out to Scope. Pass to Irving. Dishes to Shumpert. 5 on the clock. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. But Julia's got 8 points.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Second is Dwayne Wade. Freak, 3rd.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And Nick Stauskas is subbed in for Luis Scola. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for the Heat. Turner comes in for Winslow. Now here's Turner. Kicks it to Freak. To the inside. Shot is good. The Cavaliers lead cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Stoudemire.
The offense is clicking for him this half. Absolutely clicking. I mean, everything on point and on target.
Here's Irving. 15 points in the game.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And it's Freak missing. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Outside Irving. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Check out the stats for Freak. He's got 10 points and 4 assists as well. He's showing some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And then for Miami, Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Wade. And it's Dragic in for Eric Bledsoe. And both free throws good from Freak.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Irving kicks to Smith. To the paint. Here's Millsap. Has it. It's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Freak. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by the Heat.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Here's Irving. That's good. Irving's got 17.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by 14. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Heat trail by 14. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Scola out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And both free throws good from Freak.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Now, here is Irving. He dishes it to Pachulia. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Off target from 3-point range. Tries a 3. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Freak. Cavaliers shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Scola, a screen on Dragic. Irving attacking. Shoots from 12. And Scola with the basket on the assist by Irving.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Now here's Freak. Right side, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Cleveland moving it around. Irving drives in. Now the pass to Pachulia. And right side sends it back. Now here's Winslow. Millsap covering. Freak kicks to Dragic. Here's Freak. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. It's really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Scola. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Paul Millsap. And then for Miami, Wade comes in for Hardaway. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Goran Dragic. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Wade passes to Bledsoe. There's Freak. Score of the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Looking to end his cold spell. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Hassan Whiteside.
At the line, for Cavaliers, J.R. Smith. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And there's the feed to Freak. Fires for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Pachulia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thompson, a screen on Bledsoe. Irving dishes to Pachulia. And Whiteside sends it back. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And it's Smith missing.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Freak kicks to Bledsoe. It's taken away by Smith. Jumps up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Sorey performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a glimmer?
I'm going to let it slide.
They get it back. Whiteside, a beautiful reverse layup.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He likes how they're playing, so simply said, hey, let's keep it rolling. Let's make the most of it and even this series off. We'll see if they can get the job done, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now, here's Irving. From 13 feet, it goes down. Irving's got 19 points. The Heat trail by 12. Bledsoe passes to Freak. No good with the triple.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody wanted to tell him to ease up off the threes. Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
There's Winslow. The Cavaliers making the shot from deep. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Bledsoe. And it's now 22 points for Freak. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Now, here is Irving. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Lead against Shumpert. And the shot falls short this time.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
He's got a nice soft touch with that floater and used it beautifully right there.
Cavaliers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Irving kicks to Smith. Lets it fly. And the jumper falls for it. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Passes it to Whiteside. Bledsoe against Irving. Here's Freak, who trails the baseline jumper. Freak's got 12 points now in the quarter.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Outside jumper. There's 57 seconds left in the game. Charity stripe shot. Thompson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Cavaliers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Irving. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Winslow's shot is off. Shumpert dishes to Irving. And that's an intentional foul.
Give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, Even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
Watch him. He's coming out over there.
Calderon with it. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. Well, obviously a great win, and you're rewarded with a day off tomorrow. Tell us about the work you guys do when the team is off the court that helps you win games.
It's going to be good for us to sit down and watch some of the mistakes that we do. You know, I think tomorrow's going to be more of a teaching session. So, you know, it's good to have that day off, but we're going to get back at it.
Paul, thank you. Kevin, the classroom never ends.
All right, Doris, thank you. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance, and what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing 1-on-1 or 1-on-5. That is a great percentage.
And that is it for this broadcast of Round 2 of the NBA playoffs. For myself, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a great evening, everybody.